no takeaways. They have yet to force a turnover. They hired a defensive-minded head coach. Nothing is going right to start the Aaron Glenn 10 year. Justin Fields spun it 46 times. That's not often a route to victory. Back in studio with Bryant McFadden. Mac, I want to start right there with the Jets and some of the inefficiencies. I'm just waiting for this team to start to look like Aaron Glenn. Some defensive toughness, some leadership there from Sauce Gardner and others. We're just not seeing those things yet, and we're darn near a third of the way through the regular season. Where do you see the inefficiencies right now?
Well, number one, they're not a smart football team. And what I mean when I say a smart football team, a team that create penalties, they will lose ball games. Once again, I saw 10 penalties for the New York Jets for a total of 61 yards. Aaron Glenn has emphasized in his pressers about protecting the football and stop shooting yourself in the foot. You only got two. If you shoot both of them, you can't walk. And that's where the Jets currently stand today. They're not standing because they continue to shoot themselves in the foot with these penalties that make you move the wrong direction. And secondly, they have no identity. In years past, when the Jets have been a bad team, one thing you can count on seeing, good defensive play. Throughout this season, they allowed 30 points, 34 points, 29 points, 27 points today, 37 points. They're allowing 31 points defensively to opposing offenses. So when you play the Jets, before you leave out of the locker room, you can book that you will have 31 points on the scoreboard. Basically, that's where they are.
Which in today's NFL is 100 points.
Yes. So for Aaron Glenn, he has to find a way to change this culture and instill a new identity, because right now they're becoming homecoming in the National Football League. Yeah. And we knew the offense could be up and down, but defensively, that's one thing we all thought in terms of not knowing what we would see. You better believe they're going to bite some kneecaps and some ankles.
Homecoming's tough.
That's how it feels.
Who was your homecoming matchup in high school?
Oh, my goodness.
Hales Franciscan. Shout out to them.
Shouts out to Hollywood Hills.
But before we go here, Mac, because it's a performance that the Cowboys needed, now 2-2-1 on the season after that tie. But I want to talk a little bit more about Aaron Glenn, because it's early in his career as a head coach. His team's not yet responding to him. We're looking at week 6 against the Broncos. You don't win-loss it before it happens, but that's likely an 0-6 start. Then you're looking at the Panthers week 7. Is there even a seat to be hot, or does he get a season?
No, he gets a season. I think he gets a few seasons. Remember where he came from. He came from an organization that was bad, and they found a way to turn it around. Mm-hmm. So it takes time. I think in this present NFL culture, we don't utilize patience. When we see a new hire, we instantly want to see the benefits of that said investment.
I 1,000% agree with you, but I'm just looking at the schedule. The Broncos, if it's a loss, it's a loss. You will be underdogs. But if you go into the bye with losses to a Panthers team that has struggled and a Bengals team that is rudderless right now, you don't think there's some conversations happening week 9 bye?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think even if that's the case, you still want to see how they finish.
Respond to the bye.
How they finish. Yeah. But those are winnable ball games coming up, before the bye. And you have to find, I thought today could be a winnable ball game. But before we go, is this a safe place? Joe, can I say the loud part out? Can I say the quiet part out loud?
I'd love for you to.
Dak Prescott is playing like an MVP caliber player right now.
He certainly is.
He is playing like an MVP caliber player. I don't know what their playoff hopes may look like, but right now, he's earning that $60+ million salary that he is receiving. 4 touchdowns. I think he has 10 on the year, and he's been able to do it, not getting a lot of help from his defense. Dak Prescott is doing what Dak Prescott is supposed to do, and y'all might not want to say it, but like I said, Joe said this is a safe place, so I said the quiet part out loud.
If he does it, he will be the first Cowboy quarterback ever to lead the NFL in passing yards. Never before a man wearing the star leads the league in passing yards, not even that 5,000-some yard season a handful ago, but Dak is back in MVP form and taking care of a Jets team that just can't buy a turnover. All right, a cool moment here for Spencer Rattler, who, to his credit, the last few weeks has been playing better football. It just hasn't equated to a win. It finally does here in week 5 as he becomes the first Saints quarterback drafted by the team to win a game since Danny Werfel in '98. Back with the Mac, and this one's going to be met with some reaction as well. An opportunity on the road to shed some of those road demons for the Giants. They don't necessarily take advantage. A 56-yard touchdown drive led by Jackson Dart to start, followed by a 70-yard touchdown drive. Then what, Mac?
Everything just fell. You're up 14 points on the road. Your young quarterback extremely comfortable going through his progressions. But when you're a young team, you're still trying to figure things out. You oftentimes find ways to lose ball games. That's what it is. And that's what happened with the New York Giants today. You're up 14 points, and then you just decided not to protect Wilson. The football had a shot to win this ball game. They got to find a way to learning how to lose out of the building. They've been losing for such a long time. They know how to lose. You have to learn how to win. And kudos to Spencer Rattler and the New Orleans Saints. I had the opportunity to talk with a New Orleans Saints fan over the weekend, and he said this was the game I circled. When you look at the uphill battle, kind of the rebuild situation, we felt like we wanted to see competitive fight. But this was a game we felt like we could actually win. And that's why they packed the dome today, because they felt like they could win this ball game. And let's go back to last week. They lost 31-19, if not mistaken, against the Buffalo Bills. But remember, that was a competitive ball game for a minute. They were fighting. They were scrapping. Yes, into the fourth. So something clicked for the New Orleans Saints a week ago in a loss that they utilized in today's matchup, especially with the slow start, that they found a way to not to crawl back into the ball game, but to win this ball game. Great job.
Turnovers like newborns going to keep you up at night. That's just the reality of the situation. And Brian Daboll's going to lose some sleep over this one. Now 8 consecutive road losses, and unlike Indy, Mac, who's found a way to win off of a loss, the Giants can't find a way to stack up wins. That's now 0-5 following their last 5 victories. Let's finish with a word here on Spencer Rattler, because it was a tough start to a career. 0-10 obviously outlines that as much as it needs to be. But we've seen others in history struggle to start and find their stride. Do you see a quarterback growing in his confidence?
Yeah, I think so. I think you never question his confidence. It's about the issue around him. You know, he lacks a lot of resources that a young quarterback would like to have when you talk about being more than serviceable, but most importantly, trying to win ball games. But I think when you look at Kellen Moore, Joe, I think they're going to utilize patience, because they've been patient with Spencer Rattler so far. And of course, he's the best quarterback in the building, and he gives you the best chance to win. And whatever happens this year, Kellen Moore will be the coach for 2026. So now it's about finding the guys who are deserving to be a part of this roster, not only on the roster, but having significant roles for us moving forward. And that's what they're doing right now. And it was good to see Spencer Rattler, because like I said, since becoming a starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, he's been trying to work with less.
Yeah.
Do more with less, and he found a way to get it done today. And shouts out to the defense. Kool-Aid went into today's ball game with 0 interceptions in his career to now having 2. And New Orleans Saints fans, make sure you pack the building the next home game with a bunch of Kool-Aid masses. That is a dope concept. I would love to see that more and more from the Saints fans, because when you have that name, you better have a mascot that follows you.
You know, sitting in this chair, I did Kool-Aid McKinstry's commitment, I believe, to Alabama right here on CBS Sports.
Yes, you did.
We're getting old. We're getting old, that I know.
You are, not me.
Hey, turnarounds happen one game at a time. We get older one day at a time, and this is win number 1 for the New Orleans Saints. It comes against the Giants. Now we're looking at 2 teams sitting at 1-4 after this one, and the road woes continue. The 3rd longest losing streak on the road in Giants franchise history.